What's going on YouTube? It's Trevor down here at McNeil's Garage 2.0. Just cleaned up my little garage, and today in that box right there is Tabby's factory LT1 harness. I told her I'd kind of do what I did with the truck and thin it out and just get our factory gauges working, try and go through the pinouts and stuff. Unloading that box, just going kind of, I didn't mark anything, it was already out. And I don't really have a pin out, so I got to find that, and then just going to be de-looming it kind of like I did with the truck, and just trying to see what I can get into. So we're going to head over there to the bench and start unpacking that, and I'm going to get it laid out for you guys and show you what we're working with. Okay, so I got the harness de-loomed. Most of the connectors were labeled, so I just went back through and relabeled them. Took all the sleeving off there. So obviously right here is your connectors to go into your ECU. I can't remember where this sits at, so I'm not sure. Nonetheless, all these will be depinned pretty much anyway. A lot of the connectors are pretty similar to the truck, so I was kind of familiar with most of these. Obviously right here is your big transmission harness. I don't think she runs a neutral safety switch. That actually might be what these wires are, now that I think of it. So she doesn't run one of those because she runs a, the B&M ratchet shifter. So she doesn't really run neutral safety. So like this whole strain, I'm pretty sure can come out. This looks like oil pressure. That's definitely what that is. So I have to label that one. So yeah, we'll walk up through here. We got our injectors is what it looks like. Again, won't be needing any of these. And if I imagine these pink wires, all these pink wires are going to tie in at some point in here into here. Kind of like how I did with the truck where I renamed the injector wires. I used the pink switch 12-volt wire to power up the Holly harnesses. I'll probably do something similar because I think she's going to go with a different standalone, not a Holly, but just a normal 0411 PCM standalone harness. So I'm going to go through here. Right now I don't have a pin out, so I'm going to find a pin out for this thing. But looks pretty similar to what I was used to with the truck. So that's good. I'm glad I'll be a little bit familiar with this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of research, and I'll come back with what I find. Okay, YouTube, back here at the not McNeil's Garage 2.0. It's literally been a year since I started on this thing, and stuff has happened, and things were on top of the harness down at my garage, so I had to bring it up here to the OG McNeil's Garage. Taking a look here at the harness, and I think we're done. I got all these wires down here pulled out today. I think I'm at a good spot to where we can test fit it whenever that time comes. But let me take you through the wires I saved and how I'm going to have everything laid out. I'm not sure if this is right. I did follow lt1swap.com again. Same person who did the diagrams for my truck, my 97 OBS, also had a good wiring diagram for Tabby's 94 Impala SS. So let me flip the camera around and let me show you the wires I saved here for you guys to mark down and maybe tell me what I missed, what I shouldn't need. And yeah, let me show you. So here's the whole wiring harness in all of its glory. There's all the wires I stripped out. I'm going to take you through what I got here. This is the alternator plug. Not exactly sure how we're going to use that. One wire goes to in there, I'm assuming for the gauge, and one wire went to a ground, I believe, that I ended up cutting off. So I think what we're going to have to do is cut this wire here and then adapt the one wire LS alternator plug. I have no idea what this plug is. These are a few grounds that get grounded into here and so forth and so on. Figured I should keep those. This here is labeled as the washer pump. I'm assuming it's the windshield washer pump. If you follow the wires here, these red and black, goes to the wiper motor. So I'm assuming it's got something to do with that. So that's all that. I'll come back to all those wires in a second. Those are the big ones that we need. There's a few cut here. We didn't need them according to the spreadsheet, so snip them just like I did the truck. I believe this is going to be fuel pump. At least it looks like the same plug for my truck. Maybe not fuel pump, but reverse lights. I think that's what that's going to be. A couple of these little things come out of the fuse box. This one, I believe, it goes to the fuel pump relay. And I think it's for testing it, maybe. I'm assuming that's what that is. I don't know what it would be plugged into. And then same thing here. I'm not sure where that goes to, but they got terminals on them, so I just left them. These big pink wires here and these big red ones, not exactly sure where they go to either, but all four of them go into this block. So I'm assuming that this, oh look, I'm assuming that's probably where they go to. I'm gonna guess this is the switch key. Whenever you turn the key, I'm gonna assume this is what starts the whole circuit. What else I got here? This is another wire that I'm not exactly sure goes to, but it was crimped and terminated. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just leave it. A couple of these wires I don't think we need. I think some were for the air pump, secondary cool, primary cool. We didn't even have relays in those, so I just took those out. And then what I like to do was, in thinning all this stuff out, found 4 wires that were switch 12. And I found them on the fuse box and then found them over here and labeled them. That way, especially for the Terminator, we're going to be using a transmission harness and a engine harness. Each one gets their separate 12-volt wire. So this one here is EMI number 4, fuse 4. We got one that is fuel injector number 4, fuel injector number 6, and then this long one here is the PCM slash ignition number 5. So they all went up here. So kept all those because I knew we'd need at least 2. Tabby runs nitrous as well, so there's another switch 12 volt. And then I think she also has front fans as well. We'll have to probably run those as well. So the main wires we needed here are these wires. Oh, the air conditioner wires up here. Tabby didn't want AC, but I left them in anyway, just in case down the road she wants them. So these are all our main important wires. I did label most of them with the PCM number. So these ones I don't think we need. C2 15 PCM, I think that was battery plus positive, and C2 31 PCM positive as well. I don't think we need those, but I left them in there as well. I don't know if they're switch 12 or what, but I left those in there. This one here is, again, I don't think we need this one, C11 cooling fan. I didn't know if we could maybe use these as her cooling fan wires. Here's a big one for the Terminator, C314. This is your brake signal wire. This is going to specifically hook up to the transmission wiring harness for the Terminator X Max, I believe, for the torque converter lockup. This is another big one, C17. This will hook up to the main engine harness of the Terminator to prime the relay. So exactly like my truck is. There's a green wire that comes off the Terminator, I believe. We're going to crimp these together. And then as soon as you turn the key on, the Terminator will send a wire or send a electric through all this. That goes all the way back there to the block and does a bunch of stuff. VSS output, this is going to be for her speedometer. Needed that one. And then this blue one I don't think we need either. This is another cooling fan. Don't think we need those, but I left them there just in case we did. Wipers. There's a couple of these weird plugs. I don't remember my truck having these, and these are all the ones that go into the cab through this block here. So I'm not exactly sure what these ones are. I couldn't really find much, or really didn't look too much, to be honest with you. But here's the one wire temperature sensor we might use as well. So that's it pretty much. That's pretty much the wiring harness. Yeah, it was kind of fun. So that's pretty much how I did the wiring harness. I'm not going to loom it quite yet. I think with the truck, whenever we got the Terminator in, we connected everything, put the engine transmission in the truck. I think we might have started it, made sure it shifted and stuff before I loomed this. So we'll make sure everything works real good, and then we'll loom it, try to make it look a little bit prettier than I did the truck, because I did learn a little bit from the truck. But I think we're pretty much set here. I'm hoping, because I really didn't take much notes this time going through this, because the truck is working pretty well. So that's going to be it for this video. Sorry it took so long. Well, it was so long for me, only a few minutes for you guys, but I'm glad it's done. We're ordering the Terminator tonight, and then we'll be able to start putting the engine transmission in Dabby's car, start wiring it up. So look forward for those videos. This is Trevor, McNeil's Garage, done with the wiring harness for the 94 Impala SS that we are putting a 6-liter down into. I think we're good to go here. So until next time, we'll see you later.